Taehyung finally leaves Jungkook. An emotional moment at Incheon full of tears. Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Before we begin, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a single update on the BTS universe. Every week, we dive deep into the stories no one else dares to tell, the raw, the emotional, the true heartbeat of BTS. Let's begin. What if I told you that just hours ago, one of the most heart-wrenching scenes in BTS history unfolded before hundreds of unsuspecting fans at Incheon International Airport? What if the bond between two of the most beloved members of BTS, Taehyung and Jungkook, was tested in a way we never imagined? Armies, you won't believe what just happened. It was supposed to be just another airport sighting. Cameras flashing, security flanking the members, and fans holding up banners filled with love. But what unfolded at Incheon just moments ago was anything but ordinary. Taehyung and Jungkook, two souls bound by years of shared dreams, stood apart like strangers destined to walk different paths. Eyewitnesses say the air felt heavy, as if something unspoken lingered between them. Taehyung, dressed in a muted charcoal trench coat and dark sunglasses, kept his head down, his face unreadable but his steps uncertain. Jungkook, slightly behind him, looked straight ahead, lips tightly pressed together, as if fighting back everything he wanted to say. And then, the moment, the one that made even airport staff stop in their tracks. As Taehyung reached the final security checkpoint, he turned. Not to wave. Not to smile. But to look. Straight at Jungkook. It wasn't just a glance. It was a silent conversation. 1,000 memories, 1,000 unsaid words, all in that one look. Why did it feel like goodbye? For years, Taehyung and Jungkook have been more than just group mates. They were soul twins in many ways. From their earliest trainee days to sold-out stadiums across continents, their bond grew in front of millions. Who could forget those iconic Run BTS moments where they teased each other relentlessly, only to melt into warm hugs minutes later? But as BTS stepped into a new chapter, solo projects, military service, evolving dreams, the cracks, though subtle, started to show. It began with the silences. Not awkward, but echoing. Fewer live broadcasts together. A missing presence in each other's solo content. Rumors started swirling, were they drifting apart? And then came that interview. Taehyung, asked about who he confides in most these days, paused, and named someone else. Fans noticed. Armies dissected every syllable, every shift in his tone. Was it a sign? Today's moment at Incheon felt like the culmination of a quiet storm. A storm that had been building not with shouts, but with silence. Not with arguments, but with distance. Sources close to the team suggest that Taehyung may be departing for a long-term overseas project, possibly tied to his solo career or a filming commitment. But what shocked fans wasn't the departure. It was the emotional weight hanging between him and Jungkook. As Taehyung disappeared past the checkpoint, Jungkook stood still for a moment too long. His fingers trembled slightly as he adjusted his backpack strap. Cameras caught it. And for the first time in a long while, the golden magne looked lost. One staff member, speaking anonymously, revealed he didn't say much. Just nodded. But there was this silence. A silence that spoke volumes. Another fan caught a rare moment, Jungkook, rubbing his eyes beneath his cap, turning quickly to avoid cameras. Was it fatigue or tears? This wasn't just a goodbye at the airport. This was symbolic. A turning point. Think about it. Every chapter in BTS's journey has been marked by key emotional milestones. The 2022 dinner where they announced their temporary break. Jin's quiet enlistment. Suga's deeply personal hospital visit. And now, this? It raises questions that cut deep into the heart of armies worldwide. Is BTS entering a phase where individual paths will truly pull them apart, permanently? Are Taehyung and Jungkook, once inseparable, choosing different destinies for the first time? Or, is this just a painful pause before a beautiful reunion? What makes this moment even more powerful is not what was said, but what wasn't. No official goodbye. No playful banter. No last-minute hugs. Just that haunting look. That's what has fans talking non-stop online. Within minutes, taekook at Incheon trended globally. Fans posted emotional montages, revisiting their favorite moments, like when Jungkook covered Taehyung with a blanket during a flight, or when Taehyung held Jungkook's hand during a scary roller coaster ride. Now, those memories feel distant. Fragile. But let's not jump to conclusions too fast. If BTS has taught us anything over the past decade, it's that love can be quiet. Support can be invisible. And even in moments of separation, their bond often finds a way to speak through the music, the eyes, the silence. Still, today's moment at Incheon felt final. Like the closing scene of a deeply personal film. And it left millions wondering. Is this the beginning of the end, or the storm before a long-awaited sunrise? As the final boarding call echoed faintly across the terminal, Taehyung was gone, disappearing beyond the frosted glass doors that now separated him from everything familiar, including Jungkook. And in that void of silence, one could almost hear the collective gasp of armies around the world, as if they had just witnessed the first tear in something sacred. But why now? Why would two people, who had once vowed to stand by each other no matter what, suddenly seem so distant? The answer may lie in a painful truth that many artists face when their stars burn too brightly for too long. The truth is, even the deepest bonds can be tested when ambition and identity collide. Taehyung has always been a dreamer, a visual artist at heart, someone who speaks in metaphors and melodies. His recent solo projects, like Layover, show a side of him that leans into stillness, reflection, solitude. Jungkook, on the other hand, is fire. Motion. A perfectionist constantly chasing growth, chasing the next evolution of himself. His solo era has been electric, bold performances, sharp choreography, global collaborations. Different rhythms. Different wavelengths. And maybe, just maybe, that's where the quiet began. If this story touched your heart, leave a comment below. What do you think really happened between Taehyung and Jungkook at Incheon? Was it a farewell, or a promise? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with a fellow ARMY who needs to hear it. Because sometimes, the most beautiful friendships aren't perfect, they're real.